Have you ever looked at a home decor influencer's Instagram and thought, damn, I wish my house could look like that? Well, I decided that maybe I can't afford it in real life, but I could try to make it in The Sims. Welcome to Simfluence. Simfluence is a series where I take inspiration from some of my favorite home and lifestyle influencers and recreate a room in their style in The Sims. So welcome on in, let's get Simfluence. So this series has been inspired by so many content creators, design styles. I love interior decorating. I do not have the money to constantly change up my home the way I want to, but thankfully in The Sims, who has already taken a lot of my money,
bombastic side eye.
I am not using CC yet. And for those of you who may be new to The Sims, first of all, welcome. Second of all, CC is custom content where you can find some amazing creators who create custom content for The Sims that you can download and put into your game. To kick the series off, I want to introduce you all to a place that is very near and dear to my heart. It's the apartment that I grew up in. It was a beautiful 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment in Brooklyn in a vibrantly, predominantly Caribbean neighborhood, and I miss it so much. I haven't truly lived in Brooklyn since I was about 17 or 18 years old when I moved for college. Unfortunately, as gentrification does, reared its ugly head, it started to affect my family in the home that I have lived in, or my family truly has lived in, for the past 30 years of my life. Unfortunately, it's no longer ours, and it hurts to think about. So I wanted to start this series as a love letter to my childhood home. So though that home came with intense bouts of hardship, the concept of nesting and of home is pivotal to my person. And it's pivotal to my person for this exact reason. Growing up here has helped me learn what I want in a home as I got older, what I wanted to build towards, what environment that I wanted to thrive in. Living in a place where I couldn't truly be myself helped me create a place where I could truly be myself. I wanted to have a place where I can invite family and friends to all sit at my table, laughter and love together, and create this lovely, warm environment. And people who have been to the apartments that I've lived in over time already know the Kita Cave is where it's at. Let me give you a tour. So I want to welcome you all to my childhood home here in The Sims. I've taken some creative liberties. This is not the exact layout. I think I picked a slightly too small of a plot for the apartment, which, saying that in today's day and age, so the best I could do is a green door, because our door was kind of an ugly green. So I gave it I gave it a pretty green door. And as we go in, we have a lovely little entryway. I tried to keep everything simple, and like I said, I don't use CC yet, but I may need to in some of my upcoming style challenges. First, actually, I should say we did not have a deck, but it being The Sims, I decided, why not? If I'm gonna recreate the childhood home of my dreams, I'm gonna give us a little bit of outdoor space to play with. We'll see who gets to create the outdoor space. I think I have an idea for which creator that might be. You're just gonna have to stick around to find out. The one thing I remember about my childhood home is that we had like wrap around green couch that I absolutely loved. Did not look as sleek and as modern as this. And my mom always had like a really fun way of like angling the pillows. I wish I could explain it to you. I thought it was the coolest thing, and I always thought it was the coolest thing when I could recreate it. So I kind of did something as similar as I could. We also had a lamp in the corner, and this was kind of the vibe of our old school TV. One of those massive big box TVs that a lot of people had, you know, growing up in the 90s. And I did have my PS1 where I started my love of gaming. I was a Crash Bandicoot girl, a Spyro girl. Shout out to all the Crash Bandicoot fans out there. There were definitely 2 windows. One of them had an AC in it, and my mom loved plants. and she would always yell at me when I let her plants die because I was horrible at taking care of things. Young kid, ADHD, what are you gonna do about it? None of us knew then.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
So I tried my best to just give all of the plants that I knew that my mom would love. I definitely want to give a nice little plant sanctuary. Recreating my childhood home in The Sims and really being intentional with the way that I placed the pieces made me channel, I think, what my mom went through to like pick all those pieces, lay them out just the way that she did. I didn't really have an appreciation for it until I got older, until I had a place of my own. And now I've been collecting furniture throughout the years. You know, trying to piece together a life for yourself at this tender age is something really cool. And my mom had a lot of cool things. And so trying to put them all together in this home, I think made me feel a little closer. Gave me the closure I think that I needed. I didn't really think about it this way, but my mom definitely had the same kind of design bug that I did. I think some of that lives in me. And instead of getting my inspiration from HGTV, I'm getting it from all the amazing content creators that I'll be featuring in this Simfluence series. We had this lovely wall here with my diploma and all of these pictures of me. Down the hall, we had the entryway to the kitchen, to the bathroom, and to my mom's room. This is one of those areas where I did take some creative liberty. The kitchen, it's close enough. We have our fridge here in the corner. Instead of an exhaust here, the microwave actually would have gone here. But before we did that, we had the microwave on the counter. And then we have my room. My room was a little bit smaller than what this is giving. It definitely had a little chair in the corner. I did at one point have a desk in my room. And yes, I did at one point also have a little TV in here that I brought back with me from college. Oh God, this video is gonna make me cry. I don't wanna do this. But I think it's so important as you look forward to remember where you came from. Say, I did not have a double bed. It was a dream of mine to have a double bed. I remember the first time I did get a double bed, I was so excited. And then here we have my mom's room, which was the biggest room in the house. Like sleeping room, of course. The living room was massive. She had a little table here where she did all of her sewing projects. My mom loved to sew. She had this little divider here where she could separate, you know, work stuff from her sleeping stuff. She also loved to sit here and watch TV. And I was happy that I could find like a TV console that looked very similar to the one that we had, where she also had a little flat screen TV and the VCR player. I have to figure out where that is because I want it. And this bed was the closest thing that I could find to what my mom had. God, as I'm talking about this, I'm remembering the silly little things I did as a kid. My mom had this painting, and I don't think it was like a real painting. It was a painting of the mountains. And I remember when I was a little kid, I was a little shit. And I took a yellow marker, and right where the peaks met in the middle, there was nothing there. You know what I did? I drew a sun on my mom's painting coming up above the mountains. And I didn't think that they would notice. I didn't think she would notice. So with this recreation of my childhood home in The Sims, I want all of you to get a taste of that nostalgia. As I mentioned, we're going to be doing each different room a different makeover by a different style of influencer. The first room that we're going to recreate is my childhood bedroom, and we're going to turn it into a bedroom done in the style a la Alexandra Gator. Let's get Simfluence, baby!